Okay.
He posted this 6 days ago. Nobody likes stank coochie energy. Oh, look at that. Oh,
Okay.
oh.
What is that?
Do I know how to make merch? Am I that
Oh, this man's been growing dreads for 17 years. That's as long as it's gotten. But he's the funniest man alive. And that should never be forgotten.
Oh, bars, baby, bars. Pew, 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 pew.
I recently did an event.
Okay.
And it was an all women's event. And like, I won't say who, but they know who they are, you know? When you come in and purposefully like try and come off like you a mean bitch, like if you looking at me weird, I'm gonna look back at you even weirder.
Don't be fucking with Zay. You got 2 Z's in the name and she'll. I just want a little clarity. So are you still working with East to the River?
Yeah. What up, everybody? It's the Speech Guy, Tony Asar, A-S-A-R, and you know I'm still rocking with my main man,
He's gonna do it again. Give it to him.
the professor, the super duper,
Shit.
uber producer,
It's more elaborate every time.
podcast poppy,
Self-titled.
Orpheus.
That's hard.
I
I feel like every time I gotta do something elaborate for you.
Is today the day? You want to try it?
This man be doing comedy all across the West Coast.
Get it?
I don't know how he has all the power. He must be eating his honey bunches of oats.
Oh, shit. That's some grain.
This man's been growing dreads for 17 years. That's as long as it's gotten. But he's the funniest man alive. And that should never be forgotten.
Oh, bars, baby, bars. Pew, 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 pew.
Speech God? Speech God?
I like that.
Tony Asar. Tonyasar.
Oh, that's good.
Did I meet your level?
You know what? I loved it.
Nigga, we leveling up.
We leveling.
The dust is getting wiped. It's getting wiped
It's
off.
getting wiped. It's getting.
If people didn't know, it's
That
been
was
a while,
amazing
but
to witness.
Oh yeah, you like to see.
It was like,
Came in with the flavor.
Oh yeah, this all black baby.
Put it in your press kit.
Oh, and real quick, Earl, how you been? It's been like 2 weeks since I last seen you. There's been Juneteenth,
It's been a while. Yeah,
Father's Day.
Father's Day. You know, happy Father's Day, belated Father's Day to you.
Thank you.
You know, how am I doing? Week was good. I did go to a Juneteenth event.
Okay.
We're talking about it off air a little bit.
Okay.
And let me just say something for like a minute.
All right.
The one thing I fear the most is people appropriating this holiday. And the day that motherfucker became legal, I went to an event called Juneteenth. I was there for about 10 hours. Nobody said Juneteenth once. Once. And maybe it's just my own, maybe I was just hoping for a whole different type of picture. But when I got there, it was about 85% rich white people in Calabasas. And it wasn't like it was super terrible. But when I'm catering the event and I tell you not to touch some food, and as a white man, you touch it anyways, don't be showing the privilege on Juneteenth. That's the one day. That's the one day you should just let me have that. Let me have that.
Yeah.
But outside of that, it was my first industry event I went to, like quote unquote industry event.
Who was all in there?
I mean, just Blueface, the only person I kind of really knew. There was a girl that had like 12 million Instagram followers. I don't really know who she is. She looked really fake in person. I don't know who she is. I'm not gonna name her name, but like I've never seen somebody's butt that big, lips that matched the butt, tits that matched the butt and the lips, but then everything else didn't match.
Like the ankles and the calves?
It's like they bought that like a 3-pack on sale, and then everything else didn't match. And it was like so odd to look at, and everybody was doing Instagram photos. And I was like, it's Juneteenth. Like, nobody gonna talk about 1866 when this shit like really started. Like, nobody's gonna talk about this.
Yeah.
No, it was a bunch of twerking, a bunch of Instagram poses. I mean, it
You
was a
should see some
Calabasas
twerking.
house party. I
You should
should have
see some
known. But damn, I was just disappointed.
Mm.
But outside of, and I had to walk Whew, I had to walk 5 miles back to my car.
Why?
Because that's the worst part. They shuttled us up to the Calabasas Hills. But then when the cops came, they told the shuttle drivers to go home. My phone was dead. I couldn't call an Uber. And I was parked in a grocery store parking lot. So I was like panicking. I'm in Calabasas. My car don't look like it should be in Calabasas.
That part.
So I'm like, I don't want my shit to get towed just in a grocery store parking lot. And I talked to the owner, young black dude. I was like, where's the shuttle driver? Oh, they went home, bro. I'm sorry. I'm like, bro, I parked like 5 miles away. And it's 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And he had no answers for me. He like literally closed the gate. It was a bunch of chicks out there, everybody drunk, trying to figure out how to get home. I just started walking. Off of muscle memory. I walked about, I'm putting dubs on it. It was about 3.5 miles.
Nigga,
But
that's still too far.
Took an hour and 45 minutes to get there. When I got there, my car was still there.
Yay.
Still there. But fuck Calabasas parties and all that type of shit. That was annoying. Outside of that, my week was good, man. How was your week?
Horrible.
I actually saw a little bit of your week.
Oh, it was horrible.
I saw just a little bit of your week. Shouldn't laugh.
No,
go ahead. Let people know.
It's fucked up, man. So for those who don't know, got in a car accident.
No.
Yeah, my car got wrecked. And the messed up part is I wasn't even high yet. Like,
when you're sober, it's like you have to really feel it all.
Yeah.
It's like, damn.
And I couldn't even blame it on me. I was mad. It wasn't my fault.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm on fucking Sunset. I'm on Sunset. I just exited. I'm minding my business.
Mm-hmm.
I'm driving down the street. The light's green.
Mm-hmm.
So I go at the regular speed. I'm going. You can't really speed in LA. Like, it's kind of fucking hard.
Yeah. By the time you rev up to 40, you're going right back down.
You're going right back down because someone's braking on you or the lights. Right. I swear, switch crazy. Mm-hmm. All right. So I'm passing through the intersection and then all of a sudden, smack. I don't even know what happened to me, my nigga. I'm like,
so what, you were vibing in the music and all of a sudden you just got smacked?
I just got smacked. I heard a loud sound. I'm spinning out of control. The car's not doing anything I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like, nigga, I stumped out the yard on them brake pads and it's still going.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Nigga, I went left. The car's still doing circles. I was like, where'd they do that at?
Yeah.
Car stops. It turns out I lost both back ends of my tires. They smacked. This how fast the motherfucker was going. He knocked my tires off. He broke the axle.
It's like with Legos, when you play with Legos.
Yeah.
And then the bottom part of the Lego car just pops off. That's what it looked like on the Instagram.
That's what it was. Like, my car was a lowrider for no reason. It only had the first, the top two, the front tires, man. And then I get out, right?
I should laugh.
No. Here's the fucked up part. All right, so I get hit, right? And I'm like scared as shit. I'm gonna keep it G. I was scared. I ain't no bitch, but a nigga was scared. Yeah. So I'm like holding on to the wheel, just shaking and shit.
Dear life.
Yeah, like what the fuck happened?
God.
Man, why no one asked if I was okay and everybody ran up with their phones?
Oh yeah?
That was some shit.
Damn.
That showed me something.
That's happened Triple X.
Like, yeah. Everybody, no one asked if I was okay.
Yeah.
They just all had their phones in my face, and I'm like looking at the phones like.
Oh, somebody sent me that footage. Hey, All Black Podcast. All Black Podcast on YouTube, Instagram, all social medias. Send that footage to me, please. Or send it to me. I'll show him later. I'm gonna edit it down a little bit.
Bruh, I wanted to fight so bad, but I was too shooketh.
I can tell in the video, like.
Yeah.
Okay, to be honest, I laughed, but I laughed on the second go pass. The first go pass, I was like, damn, my nigga. But let me go back real quick. I went back and I was like, there's cars in the middle of the street with no wheels.
No wheels.
Whoa. I thought you tried to do like a jump off a parking garage or something.
Nah, this nigga
that
hit
like
me.
a GTA scene, wasted. That's what that looked like.
Definitely. But here's the kicker, right? So after I come to and I get my bearings and whatever, I go find this motherfucker, right? Because I see my car leaking in the street, right? So I go up.
The same.
I'd
have been like, okay, let's go find this fool real quick.
Right? Like, who did this?
Yeah.
They need to pay. Nah, it turns out the nigga was just some 50-year-old dude with one leg driving his sister's leased car with no insurance.
Oh, his day might be worse than yours.
Right. Oh, no, yeah. His day was horrible, but at the end of the day, there's nothing I can do.
Yeah. Yeah, and he got one leg. So what, you really gonna press him?
Yeah.
Like, you really gonna press a one leg dude?
Now in California, if you get into an accident with no insurance, like whether it's your fault or not, you lose your license for a year. So he ain't gonna be able to drive at all.
Well, I didn't
put the claim in.
Oh,
I didn't.
First of all, you're saving people. He's one leg on the street. And I'm sorry. I'm not saying everybody's capable of that. Motherfuckers can't drive with two legs. So somebody with one leg has to go through a little bit more provisions. I hope he is. Let's just put him a claim on him so he can go through that retest.
I couldn't.
One leg?
He had one leg. Because I don't know, man. Like, I should press him, right? But
just a little bit.
But
your
he's
wheels
on disability.
were not in the shot.
Yeah.
When I looked at the camera.
They weren't. He ripped the back end of my car off.
How does his car look?
His car, he was able to drive off A-okay. The front was just smashed in. That's it. My shit was obliterated.
Damn.
God.
Yeah.
Right after Juneteenth.
Yeah. And Father's Day.
Hey, but you're still here.
I'm still
and
here.
Let's not dwell on that. Because right now, this is a great moment.
You alive with us?
That's true. I'm alive, paying $35 for Uber again. That's an amazing feeling. It really is.
I know the struggle, dude.
It feels great.
That Uber adds up. Like
it will.
Yeah.
It shall.
Yeah.
I may never have a car again. This might be my new life.
I got your back, man. Just call me. I got you.
Mm-hmm.
But, that ain't about that, man.
It's not about that, man. It's not about us.
It's about who we have in productive culture.
And this person we got in the culture, productive culture, somebody we both been paying attention to for a very long time.
Hey.
Years, yeah.
For a few years.
Yeah, I think I've actually had the pleasure of being on the same bill as her a couple of times, be it hosting or on just doing my comedy thing.
Right.
And definitely always had the range, but what I always enjoyed about this artist is her crowd engagement. And that's something that I don't see a lot of artists have.
Talk that shit.
That's all I'm saying. She always puts her foot out there to be like, yo, what's up? Like, a lot of cats, they get off the mic and they cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She get off the mic and was like, what it do? This is me. What you do? And I love it. I love the tenacity. And she stayed productive all throughout the pandemic. But without further ado, go ahead and tell the people what your name is.
What's up, y'all? Thank you guys for having me. I go by the name of ZZAY. Hey. And thank you for that, because I really fucking miss being on stage.
Yeah. And you owned it.
Thank you.
You always owned it every performance.
I think we've done like the Common Ground.
We done the Common Ground.
And then like the productive culture shows too, right?
Yeah. And you remember Nuncio? When he used to have his shows,
at
we did a couple
at
of
his studio, right?
Mm-hmm. Did
like
a couple
Triple X,
Yeah.
like Triple or Nuncio X or something. There's some X. In
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Okay.
So
Fun times.
great times. Real quick, how you been?
Man, life is crazy. Like the universe be just taking stuff away while also adding at the same time, and like it's a crazy balance. I've taken a break from like working a job and dove into just trying to do this shit independently. Still looking for work, but in the meantime I've been doing shows, I've been doing podcasts, been trying to get in collaborations, and I'm good though. Like I've been tapping into like mental health and trying to better that.
Yeah.
And man, I just house sat in Corona, so I was only 30 minutes away. I'm usually in East LA, so
that part.
Yeah, just been trying to stay busy, but at the same time try and make sure that I'm healing and resting, and that balance.
Yeah.
Providing that for myself.
And you say with starting to take care of your mental health, so you don't have to say it, but is that applying, going to therapy and trying new exercises and things like that?
I have a mental coach or a life coach who specializes in mental health.
Okay.
And I didn't really want a therapist because I've been to therapy before,
It
and
don't
like
work.
Okay, but
it depends on who is helping you.
break down the difference for me.
Okay, so a therapist can like prescribe medicine to you.
Okay.
They have a degree.
Title.
Yeah, they have a degree that excuse me, oh my gosh. They have a degree that allows them to prescribe medication to you if need be, showing signs of extreme depression or anxiety and things like that. With her, she's super holistic. I actually met her at my last job, which I used to manage a dispensary.
Okay.
And I met her there. So she's very holistic. She was my patient at first. And then one day she kind of came in and was talking about, clientele. And I was like, what do you do? And she had told me, and I was like, oh, wow, like, that's awesome. And she pretty much told me she helps people feel unstuck. And, as an artist, I feel like once we come to a point where we feel like we're doing, like we're at the best, it gets really scary. Because then it's like, shit, what am I going to do next? Like once you like level up, it's like, okay, I need to do something bigger, better. I need to really top what I just did. And if you don't, it reflects heavy.
Unless we feel, it's more so we feel like it's reflecting heavy.
Oh,
but
yeah.
For the most part, I don't know, because like that point, I'm still doing stuff or whatever, but each time I hit a plateau or a new key marker, I'm like, oh shit. But then I learned to just calm down. It's like, it's all process, it's all a journey.
Yeah, and like that's the beautiful thing about music is that even if you're a singer, there's like 1,000 avenues you could take and different approaches. But she's really been helping me. I have weekly sessions with her, and it's really been hard to like have to unpack all this shit, with trauma and everything. But it's also helped me write better music. It's helped me like really tap in with like my inner child and doing the things that ultimately that makes all of me happy. Because when you do things for yourself, you're not just doing things for however old you are right now. Like you're doing things to satisfy the 9-year-old in you, the 15-year-old in you, the 21-year-old in you, So those are the things I've been trying to do. And it's been helping me create music that isn't always so sad or like I feel like as an R&B artist too, sometimes like it's very easy to write with like songs about falling in love or breaking up and in your feels, so it allows you to tap into a different pathway with your writing, I feel.
Yeah, because you got to be able to have those upbeat songs. If not for your fans, at least for you. No one should always be in a heartbreak love mood.
No, of course. And I was like, I want shit people can shake their ass to, Like, I want things that, like, you can just run off to the dance floor and, start vibing. Like,
oh, yeah. You saw us outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to be Bill Weathers' Use Me. I'm going to have that on. Hey, speaking of that song, just aside. I was listening to that song on the way home from work. I never realized how pussy whipped Bill Withers was in that song. Oh. Use Me?
Yeah.
Like, breaking down the lyrics. There's nothing wrong with that. But the lyrics, he said his brother sat down and talked to him and couldn't get through to him. Brother, if you only knew what I knew, you would be doing the same thing, too. Like, damn, Bill. Anyway, that's just an aside. But, yeah, I feel you. Getting into music and into a vibe that can get you into that place. I got a question about Life Coach.
Okay.
Can you tell our audience, just maybe give 2 or 3 ways to find a life coach that can work for them? Because I've heard people kind of like have issues with, including myself. Not that I'm out seeking for some, but like if I were to, I would want to know what I should look for.
Right. Well, I think as POC, as POC patients, that gives us a foot in the door to quote unquote cheaper mental health care, unless you have like insurance. I don't. So the next big issue then that make sure we don't get hurt, gang. The patient, the pay is always the hardest part, and that's usually why people don't go to therapy or get a mental health coach, is because it's usually expensive as hell. So what I would personally do is Google local free therapy resources like in your area, because sometimes like your Parks and Rec offers them. Sometimes there's actually already like mental health organizations in your area, like that could definitely help out. And if you guys want to ask me who my person is, she's awesome. I can't put her info like on blast like this, like as a sales pitch, even though I totally would. But if you would like her information, DM me. She's awesome, and she never makes me. That's the thing about a therapist too. Sometimes is they kind of make me feel like shit, or like
Yeah.
Just the things I've personally been asked, and this isn't knocking anybody who has that profession. I just feel like sometimes we're paired with people who really don't fully care about the job they have, because I can only imagine that it's super emotionally taxing, you know?
Yeah.
Like, even as a fucking butt tender, motherfuckers will come in there like, listen, like, just to explain the breakdown of their entire day, and I'm just like, damn, dude, I'm just selling you an 8. Like, you know, like, I'm sorry, like, but yeah, man, I would strongly suggest it, or if not, just get a journal. Like, get a journal and write down every single day, like, what you're grateful for.
My girl be going through my shit too much. I'll be like, why is this? Why is my drawer open? Why is it open?
Then you need a diary with a lock.
Yeah, right.
You know, like, so keep the key on you. Keep the key on you, man. No, but for real, like, writing down every single day, like, what you're grateful for, always pushes things into perspective for you. You know, because we live in a pretty hostile environment, but I like to think that there's places that have it way worse, you know?
No, definitely. If you have cable, you're not doing too bad in life. That's,
if you got a Roku, you're okay.
You got that Fire Stick unlocked, okay. You might need to chill. As a bartender, what was one of your worst customer experiences?
Oh, God. It was Christmas, and I was working because it was like way better pay that day, and I managed this spot, so me and the other manager, we actually split the day. So I was working, and like, I don't know, I think because it's a shop and it was like under the table shop, like, people just have this like lack of treating it like an actual business, you know? So someone pulled in and was drunk as fuck, and mind you, this fool was old as fuck. And he comes in with his son and his daughter, and I'm literally chilling there just adding inventory to the computer. And I have a personal rig, and it was when COVID was still heavy, so I was like, you know, we weren't doing free dabs or anything like that anymore. And he asked me, like, oh, like, what's up with the dab? And I was like, what's up with it? Like, you know, like, it was just weird, and I could tell he was fucked up. And then he had, like, gotten kind of loud, and then the security guard, like, just was like, I don't know if this fool was sleeping or like,
hey, no, the dispensary security guards ain't shit.
No, yeah.
No, they really ain't, bro.
Shit. They be high as hell in the corner.
Sometimes I feel like I could take a chance.
When you walk in at the check-in, like, it's all bad. But pretty much this fool got really crazy, and just like was a fat reminder, like, why am I doing this shit on Christmas? Like, why am I even here? You know, like, this fucking company don't give a fuck about me. You know, so, but pretty much he was really drunk and had an exchange of, like, some crazy words, and we had to kick him out. But it's like, I don't know, man. I feel like there's this stigma with shops where, like, it's an easy job, which to a lot of extent it very much so is, but at the same time, like, working regular retail already kind of sucks. Like, I did that shit. I've been doing that since I was like 18. And when you're at a shop and you're there for 14 hours, you see like almost 200 to 300 people sometimes. So like by the end of the day, you're just burnt. Yeah, you burnt out, you know? So I miss the money, but I don't miss the everything that job came with. Bro, everything sucked about that job. Again, having to be there at 9, having to stay till midnight sometimes. Like again, the pay was super nice. Like, it's very hard to come back into the real corporate world and try and, you know, find something. I mean, I was working almost like 80 hours a week and like making fat tips, and then you come back into this real world of,
you lucky to get 30 hours.
Like,
that's
that
fucked
part,
up.
and not even just that, but like the pay. Like, people are so down to make you work for fucking 13, 14 an hour, and like, that shit is crazy to me. Crazy to me.
Especially looking at gas prices.
Bro, I was
I don't even want to drive here to work. Like,
I wish I could drive here.
Oh yeah. Sorry. We'll get into the first game. I'm gonna cheer Tony up real quick. Let's get into the first game.
Let's do it.
So we do games on the podcast.
I know, I'm hyped.
Podcast. First game we're gonna do is behind the post. All right.
Oh,
so every
shit.
guest that comes to the podcast, I go through the social media, skirt through the social medias, and try to find context behind things they post.
Oh man.
And of course, I went to the Twitter because Twitter is fun. It's fun.
That's where I pop off the hardest, bro.
But I do want to highlight this because I did have this up, and we don't gotta get into it because you actually spoke on it.
Okay.
You tweeted this May 27th, 2020 or 2021. Every day I write down what I'm grateful for, and it has really shifted my perspective in life. And you were just talking about writing things down, and like that being therapeutic and cathartic. Yes. And I can see right here with this tweet that's like you live what you're talking about, like writing down the things you're grateful for. I'm really gonna start trying to do that. I just gotta, like you said, get a lock. Get a lock because I got a whole separate drawer. I'm telling you, babe, I got a whole separate drawer away from everything, and somehow you still going in there. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah, boundaries. Boundaries.
Personal space.
That's why I might not move. You know, we'll holler later.
I like how you said it, but you said it, but you didn't say it.
But you didn't say it. I like how I can talk about my girl because she ain't gonna watch this. So I like how my girl don't support me either. Right? We can just talk about. Like, that's what I always wanted in a spouse. You know what I mean? Because this ain't gonna get listened to by her.
Drop that name,
right? Oh, she want me to get on my knee? And, you gonna miss it if I do it on here, right? I should do it on here.
And be like, this happened years ago.
I proposed to you like 2 years ago on the camera, and I'm waiting for your response.
And then when she don't know, be like, I didn't think you supported me.
Right. We got dark real quick. All right, so
right now.
Let's go to the first for behind the post. All right.
Okay.
You posted this 3 days ago. Throwing a skate competition for a cash prize very soon at Hollenbeck with a big company. Emphasis on big. Super excited to share details with you all. Stay tuned. I'm just going to try to poach some details.
Yeah, I could talk about it now that we're getting closer
exclusive.
to it. So a couple years ago, I'll lead into this story with how I got affiliated with this company. I used to work for a fashion company, and one of my daily tasks was to go like on different articles and see what was like new poppin' brands that like fit with the LA aesthetic or whatever. And there was a all-girl skate brand called Brujas, which is dope because, you know, I tie in with that heavily. And I just followed them on Instagram and immediately, like, bought a shirt. They were all about, like, also sending in, like, a lesson, like a lesson plan with their orders. It was super sick. And a couple years later, I had pretty much gotten into contact with the owner. She's awesome. She's from Manhattan. And I had pretty much told them, like, if you're ever in East LA and you need anything recorded, let me know. So they come down to East Los, literally are staying, like, 3 blocks away from the studio, need something done. So come in, and we hit it off, and I helped record. It was, like, a poem for, like, a DJ skit that they were going to use. And they have been popping off everywhere. Like, and they also are very much, excuse me, they're very much into helping, like the LGBTQ community and houseless folks and trans folks, which is what I'm about as well, and POC. And they also have a sub, like, or like a different brand called World Syndicate. And oh my gosh, I don't know what's wrong with my throat.
It's the weed,
I know, it is the weed. I promise I don't got the vid. I ain't got the vid, I promise. So essentially, we've been kicking it ever since, and she just got back to LA and was like, hey, I just have this new drop coming. We should throw a cash prize contest at Hollenbeck, which is a skate park in Boyle Heights.
Okay.
And so
I have to show up and join the skate
competition. Please do, man. We want as much people to come. We're going to be having tamales and paletas. We're going to have a wheel where you can spin and win prizes. Win some merch. And, yeah, I'm super excited. So, thanks for asking about that.
Okay.
Yeah, so look up Brujas on Instagram, World Syndicate.
And what's that date?
July 5th.
July 5th.
Yes.
We going to join the skate hop? You gonna try to skate?
Nigga, this is don't get hurt game.
Do a kickflip.
That was my peak.
You ever see Freddie got fingered? No, I don't want to end up like
oh my god.
All right.
Throwback.
Second for behind the post.
Okay.
You posted this 6 days ago. Bitches be like, it's lonely at the top. No, bitch. You mean, and that shit ain't cute. Nobody want to be around a mean ass hoe. Nobody like stank coochie energy. I always stay away from girls who have no friends, because they just mean that you ain't likable. Bye. I'm a hand emoji. So I just want to add just the context behind that post a little bit. What sparked that, that post?
I recently did an event.
Okay.
And it was an all women's event. And like, I won't say who, but they know who they are, you know? just throws mad shady energy and just like, I've worked with this person, unfortunately, and we had a fallout. And like, I just don't understand like why people just gotta like come in with like, even if I don't like someone, I'll always come in and still just be like, all right, fuck it, I have to be the bigger person. This is a fucking music industry. Like, I'm just gonna act like this person don't even exist and go on with my merry way, you know? But when you come in and purposefully like try and come off like you a mean bitch, like yeah, we're gonna look at you weird. If you looking at me weird, I'm gonna look back at you even weirder. Okay? Yeah, like it's gonna get weird.
Give that look too. I give that look in public to somebody.
I feel it. I've done it too. Like, nah, like, but on some real shit. Like, to me, like, and like, it's just hard being a woman, a female artist, having to fit into this whole stigma of there being rainbows and fucking unicorns between all of us female artists. It's not like that. And there are a lot of bitches who are mean in this scene. And like,
I can't wait till they start doing boxing matches with these rappers. Bro.
Hey, honestly, I battle rapped, and like that would be the funnest thing if like you just like could battle rap all of your enemies in the game, dude. Like, but honestly, like, and there are always women, I feel, especially who are like, oh, I don't have girlfriends because they're drama, and like I don't hang out with other women. Like, what the fuck do you mean you don't hang out with other women? Like, you should have a sisterhood in your life. Like, you should have, yes, you have your soul tribe, but to me, like, I have core women in my life that are not only like my mentors, but also check me when I'm fucking up, you know? You know, like, if you love your homegirl, then you'll tell her like, hey girl, you're acting stupid right now. And I just,
and guys, we let that ride.
Hey,
like, that's her. She crazy. That's her. That's weird.
Sometimes for your own health, it's just a little, for your own safety. No, I was kidding. No, but like, you know, so with me, like, yeah, I'm gonna be very nice to other artists, and I help a lot of female artists. I've like literally taken some artists under my wing and have helped them, and I love doing that shit. But to me, like, there are literally just some people who will always manipulate the situation to make it seem like there's some kind of victim, or like they have it harder. Like, nah, we all have it hard. Like, shit, life is hard right now trying to make music for anybody, but more so especially like POC women and indigenous women. Like, so to me, I'll always come to situations with love, but like, some girls are just mean and like expect people to like, that's that entitlement shit that I don't understand, because like, I'll go into places and walk with my head high, but like, I ain't shit yet, you know? Like, my time will come, but I'm still not shit yet, you know? So like, I'll walk into a room with confidence, but if you walking around with the notion that you're unapproachable and like and like, I mean, I can't even say that because I have that, you know. There's been so many times where other women come up to me and they're like, or we build a friendship and it's like, I thought you were gonna be mean at first, you know, just because of how I look, and that's fine. That's literally been how it's been since I've been in middle school, you know. But I just feel like within the industry, it's already so hard for us, and when you're working with an artist who is trying to make you feel inferior about how you work and how you go about things, it's like, wait, like, why am I even working with you? You know?
It's definitely like that with black comics. That's just whack. It's like, nigga, you know what the geriatric stunts we gotta do just to get it through the door. Why don't you lift me up? You know?
Right. Right. And like,
well,
oh, go ahead.
No. I was just gonna say. Long story short, don't fuck with Zay. Okay. She got 2 Z's in the name. And she'll put you to sleep.
Don't sleep on Zay. I'll put you
to sleep. Put these
no,
bitches to sleep.
Thank you for asking to clear that up because like, as an artist, sometimes I've always told myself like if I wasn't an artist, I wouldn't even want social media. But like as an artist who is as vocal as I am, you know, like sometimes writing those things is a very repulsive and then delete kind of shit, you know. But it's also like as a woman, you need to like be able to stand your ground and let like it's like a fucking lion's den, and you gotta have a hella loud roar and let people know to not fuck with you.
Gotta have those receipts.
Yeah, because it's also like at the same time, if I see you at a show, I'm not gonna approach you with some fake ass nice church hug, you know, and like be like, hey, like I'm not about that shit. I'd rather just like I always say it too. I'd rather have 4 quarters than 100 pennies. Like, you know, like what value do you bring to my life as a homegirl, like as a friend, and like all of my homegirls are like my sisters. You know, that's I take pride in that because as I've gotten older, I'm like, damn, these girls just mean and ain't got no friends. Like, the fuck? Like, how does this work? But much love to all my queens. They know who they are, man.
Right.
Yes.
Well, thank you for playing behind the post.
Of course.
Thank you.
That's a good idea. I like that.
Oh, I think
What you call it? You said something that was pretty dope. So you're officially on the artist journey, working for yourself, getting out there, getting your marketing. Now, a lot of people do try that and always seem to fail being an entrepreneur. Why do you think, or what's some advice you think you could give out there to help negate those who are a little edgy on about taking that jump?
Honestly, the one thing that's the hardest is like
these bitches.
These bitches.
These bitches out here fucking with Zay.
Shit.
Don't you fuck with Zay. She'll put you to sleep 2 Z's.
That shit don't even faze me, dude. It's money. That's why artists fail. Like if you don't have money to be able to get that like investment in a little bit, like even if you have $200 to get fucking shirts done by Lisa and Noah, that's a $600 flip.
Real
easy
quick.
You know. But if you don't even have that, it's so hard to like just establish a steady foundation with your money because like yes, I'm booking shows, yes, I'm getting deposits, but that's what $75 a day, you know, which is not bad, but it's also like then you have to come into the avenue of like, all right, well, what other things can I do to make side money? You know, because what you need, like 7 streams of income. Now it's probably like 13.
10 to 13,
know?
In Cali, about 13.
Yeah. So it's like, you could either, I think a lot of artists fail because you have 2 choices. It's either you work your ass off and get shit done and do it even when you're tired and when you're sleeping, when it doesn't make sense at all.
Yeah. When you're ripe, like I am right now. Just keep it on the butt. Right after work, coming to work.
Hey, see, that's what I'm saying. You got to work on your days off and do extra work, you know? And I think that's always the craziest part, dude. It's like, but if you, like I said, you could either take that route or just chill and not do shit and just think, oh, things are gonna come my way, you know? And I can say that because I've done that. I've literally done that. This isn't my first time trying to just be independent. I did it when I first came out and I failed miserably. Like I had to move back in home with my parents type shit. Yeah. And this music shit will have a funny way of humbling you, dude. Like to your last dollar, you know?
So definitely have a budget
and be reasonable with your money. Like if you're cashing out 3 racks a month with your expenses, bills, like be smart about that shit. Don't just be like, I'm about to fucking do 62 million streams on Spotify, because even if you hit 1 million, that's like a 4K check. That's all it is.
Yeah,
you know,
it's what, 0.00001.
Yeah, like that's really all it is. Because we hit 1 million with Nug Life and Love Dispensary, and like I looked it up, and that's roughly.
Congratulations!
Oh, thank you.
Congratulations!
Yeah.
Thank you.
Right?
Them motherfuckers want to make us pay too for that plaque.
Oh, to be able to pay for the plaque? God damn, these
I'm
people
like,
out here is just.
how?
I heard YouTube to get your $1 million subscriber plaque on YouTube, you have to like put in an application and then like send a photo ID and just do all this shit. It's like just check the views,
like,
bro.
Can you just award me for my fucking good work, please?
Yeah.
Like,
This is your website. I should have to do shit.
I already paid for the distribution.
My email match. Watch my password.
Yeah, right.
Oh my god.
Hey, you had said I brought up the post about these bitches. I brought up that post. You wanted to clear the air.
Mm-hmm.
I just want a little clarity.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you still working with East to the River?
Yeah.
I am not.
Get there too.
Oh my bad.
That's always the hot topic, and like, it's funny because for a long time, you're so used to being with a group, and contributing, and trying to also tie in like these family things, like we'd have barbecues and shit like that, and when you kind of have to step away from something like that, it like legit felt like a breakup. Like that shit makes me emotional talking about it because those are my boys, and Kiddo's my sis. She's always gonna be my sis, But those were my boys, but I just couldn't. I didn't feel like I was allowing myself to fully thrive by being in a group, no matter how much I contributed. Because then I would think like, fuck, I could just be doing this shit for myself. And it's a very selfish thing to think. And then it's just like, well, fuck, I don't want people to think I'm not loyal, or I don't want people to think that like I'm a crew hopper or whatever dumb shit, But like at the end of the day, like they're going to keep killing it no matter what. And they still are. They're putting out music on the reg. Every single artist is still a standout artist. And that's one of the things that I took away is like, all right, I moved away from that, and they're still killing it, and I'm still killing it. Because before EOTR, I was still killing the shit. Like, I made a name for myself before getting in a group. So when I remove myself from the equation, it doesn't really knock off their value to me. But at the end of the day, like, we just have different mentalities of how we feel, I guess, like hot topics like politics and Black Lives Matter and things like that should be approached online. As you guys know, I'm very vocal about it, and I went to protests and I did a lot of things to speak on that, because as a hip-hop artist and as someone who works heavily with the black industry, why the fuck would I not say something? Like, why would I not use my platform for something like that? And it's like, and if you have the triple amount of following that I do, why wouldn't you say something? And if you're worried about your fans not fucking with you, then maybe you should be worried about the type of fans following you. Because I lost out on a bunch of people, and it was so sad. People telling me like, I'm never gonna let my daughters listen to you again. Damn. I'm gonna make sure they remove like your Spotify information and like all this shit just because I spoke about like the issues. So it's like, wow, like it gets real, and then you're like, then
Hood politics. Hood politics.
But it's like, you can't stay quiet about those things. You just can't nowadays, especially like when everything is so out in the open. Every 10 seconds, everything is updated online. Like, everybody that access to just being able to speak your voice it's right here. So like,
you're actively choosing to ignore it and choosing to not say anything. You can talk about anything else under the sun, but you don't talk about what everybody is seeing or going through or talking about. Right. Like you said, especially through hip hop.
We're good here. And that,
we got a crew. We got help.
We got a fucking crew, baby. We used to do this shit in a trap house. Right?
I'll be on the computer. Studio. I'll be on the computer trying to. Oh shit! Hey Tony. Hey, back away from me.
Hey, yeah. Shout out to Luke.
Level up.
Those are peeps.
Hell yeah.
Level up.
Make it sound sexy. So whatever you got to do, man.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate that. And your activism definitely shows in what is it, the September song?
Yeah.
And you really took, I think as far as local artists, you were really one of the main ones to go ahead and vocalize, harmonize, and everything that led up to that crazy summer we had last year. When it comes to Mirages overall, how did you go about putting together and coming about with it?
Man, like I kind of regret putting it out so soon as I did. I just really wanted a body of art, like, during the pandemic. I just wanted to prove to myself that I could do it. Not that I hate the project. I love it. But it's funny that I called it Mirages because to me, that's all it was. It came and it went. You know? Like, I'm so much happier with the work I've put out after. And, like, again, going back to the artist thing, like, every time I do a song, if I'm not, like, absolutely head over heels in love with it, I'm like, why am I putting it out, you know? So with Mirages, it was dope though to actually professionally invest in a 6 set of music videos, because the visual rollout with that project was dope. And I really wanted to create something like, okay, we can't do shows, we can't do anything interactive like together, so I want to have something that's more immersive through your screen, where you can see through the different channels in my mind, you know? And that's why, like, each music video is trippy, or like just a different aesthetic that we kind of capitalized off. And but yeah, Fourth killed the production, Rich Minds killed the audio.
Shout out to Rich Minds.
Yeah. Oh, That's Filthy and Steven literally hooked me up with a fucking last minute album release show in downtown at Knock House. And yeah, Steven Filthy, man, that he's the legend. He saved my ass he saved my ass on that project.
No, we to the chill. Oh, hey, put it on our tab, you know. Put it on our tab. I ain't got it like
that. What's your favorite part of the music video process?
Well,
as an artist,
like, it's dope just being the talent. Like, that's you're not artist that day, you're talent. So like, you literally get to come in, you chilling, you know, like, you don't have to worry about anything except being the artist and taking direction from the director. That's it. You know, so when you're doing a music video, and I've struggled, and the reason I did this is because I've struggled as an artist to do a music video and then do everything myself, and then not even be able to focus on the music video. So when you actually have a team, a gaffer, cinematographer, fucking PA, everything, they're the ones who are stressing about everything. You're chilling there, you're getting your makeup done, fucking someone's feeding you baby carrots, you know, you sipping tea and, like, drinking lots of water. It's long days. Like, long fucking days, dude. Like, 15 to 14-hour days. But
see, this is what you're talking about right now is a different level that most of these motherfuckers don't know. Just to be honest with you, like not having to worry about much, just take direction. A lot of people I know are trying to, like, you know, they don't invest that deeply in finding people of that quality to where you can have that type of process.
Right.
You find somebody who, like, got one camera and you're trying to shoot it just as much as this guy is. And
there's no shot list. They didn't scout the location. They don't know.
No idea what the concept of the video is. And it's
they're
just
like, just record me, bro. But I've done that. I've done it, and that's why, like, I've experienced that. I've literally been like, and shout out to Muds and Moby, man. They've literally dealt with me, like, at my brokest, and I would just be like, all right, so we're gonna be at this park, and then I want, like, a drone shot, and like literally explaining what I want in the fucking video, like, that day, you know. And they're looking at me like, but then, like, you learn about treatments and, like, productions and a production list and a crew list. And I've actually had the pleasure, shout out to, I think you know Jane Renee.
That sounds so familiar.
She owns Bass Trunk.
Why did I just see that recently? Did we just get added recently?
They work with Noah.
Okay. Yeah. Bass Trunk Radio, no?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That sounds super familiar. I think it's like a white logo, maybe. I'm tripping. I don't know. I don't want to get too deep.
No,
it sounds super wrong. But I think I've heard of that before.
But they recently invited me to help do set work on AFI, and I have
nice.
Yeah, and I have experience already doing PA work.
Yeah.
So I got my foot in the door doing that, and so that's one of the odd jobs I've kind of taken on too, is just helping out with PA work, and I've literally helped build sets and break down sets and use a fucking drill and get crazy splinters and paint entire rooms. So it's fun, dude. It's investing in a good music video. If you have at least $500 to $800, you can get so much done with that. Yeah. Like and then the payoff is usually worth it. Yeah, I feel.
And you'll share it more because you put more time into it. You hopefully you put more into like sharing it, because people do a video for $10 and not share that shit.
Yeah, like, I don't understand that one and done stuff. People are doing their own work, like not really pushing it all the way through, or they push it hard 1 week and then not so hard the second week and the third week. It's a non-existent.
Yeah, I think because people put something out with a grandiose idea of what the reaction should be, and then when they don't get that the first week, then they give up. Like, I think that happens to a lot of people. When you can just like keep pushing it and keep actually adding on to it, adding visuals to it, adding different elements to the song that you put out, instead of like, I would never understand the idea of putting $500 into mixing and mastering of a song to put it out and forget about it in a week. I just don't understand that. Yeah. Even that time. Anyways, I talk like I'm a seasoned vet. 30 for 30. Go check it out.
Hey.
Oh, I'm trying to get plugged. I'm trying to plug like Tony. Tony been trying to teach me how to plug shit.
Plugging, baby. It's all upgrades from here.
Let's get into the second game.
Let's do it.
SAP.
Or
SAP.
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 SAP is an acronym. SAP stands for Song, Album, Performance.
Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna give you 3 options. You're gonna tell me who you'd rather do a song with, an album with, and perform with.
Okay.
All right. Very simple.
Sap also means juice in Dutch.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
Oh yeah, you got that
girl, I like
European
your sap.
flavor. She got that European flavor.
Hey, got that Duolingo flavor. You feel me?
Isn't it try? Cause do you know Spanish?
No, yeah, but Duolingo's an app that helps you learn.
Oh,
That's where I learned
to
it.
put you on game.
It's free.
Catch up, Tony. Catch up, Tony.
All right. For SAP.
Or
First option. So you have SZA,
Ooh.
Janelle Monae,
Ooh.
her. God damn.
So the song that I would do would be with SZA, because that would be fucking crazy.
Okay.
And you know what? It's gonna happen, because this is like the
Manifestation.
3rd podcast that I've done where we kind of do it like a relevance thing, and SZA comes up. So
Okay.
And then so Janelle Monae, I've seen her live and she kills it. She was literally wearing this freaking crazy vagina suit. Like it was dope, dude. Like, it was at Outside Lands, and
I'm gonna YouTube that. Tell me, where was that again?
in San Francisco.
Okay, Janelle
She was
Monae
wearing
inside a vagina sounds sexy.
She was wearing this suit, and it like came up over her, and like everybody else was wearing it too. It was really tight. And then what was the middle one?
I gotta see it.
That's too easy to say something about.
I know.
I had like 10 jokes in the barrel about dancing pussy. I'm just saying. I didn't say it. You said it. My mind went there.
That was the Cats the musical. That's what that was.
What was A again?
The clitoris part was silent.
Album.
So SZA, Janelle Monae, and her. So you do an album with her?
Yeah.
Okay. I think that would be very melodic and very much chill, but very much heartbreaking and some feelings and shit. All right, so option number 2.
Okay.
For SAP.
Oh.
Il Camille.
Ooh.
Rhapsody. Snow the Product.
Hey.
Song, album, performance.
I would love to do a song with Il Camille,
Okay.
because they're hella tight, like ridiculous.
Yeah.
I shout out to Brick to Your Face for even like booking her and like just putting me on to her, dude, because that's where I found out about her, and I opened up for her a couple times, and I was like, dude, like this ridiculous.
Oh yeah, she's one of the sickest women on the West Coast.
Yeah,
when it comes
for
to
sure.
bars.
For sure.
Come on the
for
podcast,
sure.
girl.
Please.
Come on the podcast.
Hey, we're inviting performance Rhapsody, because Rhapsody is fucking ridiculous. And I got to see them actually at Top Fest last year, and I was just blown away. An album with
Snow the Product.
Snow the Product.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
I think that would be some like heavy, like chingona vibes, you know?
Yeah. Hell yeah. Don't be fucking with ZZAY. All right. Last for SAP.
Okay.
This is hella random. Okay. This is hella random right here. Action Bronson.
Okay.
Hey.
Master P. You can tell this is weird as shit. And Foxy Brown.
You hit like one each era. You know?
What was the first one again?
Action Bronson.
The way he raps is dope. I think I'd probably do an album with him.
With
He
Action
seems like the
Bronson?
most relevant to me.
Okay.
I'd see Master P perform, and then I'd do a single with Foxy Brown.
Okay.
I think
Perform
that-
with Master P.
Yeah.
That would be kind of lit, actually.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
like 60 years old now. That shit would be so lit.
He's still a goat. Don't count off the goat.
I'm not at all. It's just 60-year-old Master P would be dope. You know he's bringing out Lil Romeo. He's got to bring out Lil Romeo.
Did Lil Romeo bring out one of his kids to rap his part?
Lil Romeo did?
I could have swore.
He's big Romeo now.
Just passing on the legacy.
I know, right?
Just like rap
He's just
my
wrong.
songs. Yeah, you got to get rid of that little. He played at USC and everything.
Yeah.
You got to get rid of the little.
Honestly, well, I don't know if this is true, but someone who was at USC at the time was the only reason Romeo got a chance to play on USC is because his boy was DeMar DeRozan, and then DeMar was like, "Oh, should I even be saying this on camera?" This one just seems.
No. You're.
I shouldn't even say on camera. I shouldn't be talking about
Wait,
this.
wait.
I think that's kind of known.
Well,
like,
because the person I know was a basketball player, so the only reason he was there because DeMar was like, "If you put me on, you gotta put Rome on."
and Rome and like I heard about that, and he also gave up his scholarship for his homeboy.
Yeah,
Because he didn't want to take up. He can afford to pay for the school, so he
Yeah.
didn't take up the scholarship. He gave it to, I guess, DeMar DeRozan.
yeah.
Romeo's that old? Damn, we are that old, huh?
Nigga,
Yeah.
I'm 17.
Telling your age. Telling your age.
Damn, totally
33,
old.
man, 33.
Hey, that's a good year.
We Patrick Ewing up in this bitch.
Yeah, but DeMar DeRozan seems like he's been playing the league forever. That's just
Yeah.
because
He left at what, like
he's
19?
30. He's 32, 33.
Yeah, he left like around
Oh,
19. He didn't stay that long. He knew what his fate was.
Y'all aging nicely? You can't even
Oh,
tell
thank
that
you.
you're 33
Thank you.
at all.
And I'm on this like Greek god bod
That's
venture
right.
right now. I'm
Adonis
on a
over
Greek,
here.
yes, I'm down. Hey, I'm down 1.5 pounds. Right, I'm down 1.5 pounds. I'm doing my cmos, teaspoon of
Yes, every day.
cmos.
Just put it in a smoothie.
Yeah, but then that's like requires me getting like the machine and putting word together. I just rather just get a spoon.
I know. Right? She said, this fool.
I wanted a peanut butter sandwich earlier, and I was like, I just got a spoon and got the peanut butter and just ate it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say you put your sea moss in
Cause
your
getting
peanut
the
butter.
oh
So I
no,
was like, oh my
You was
god,
smacking
are
it,
you
yeah.
replacing it with jelly? Like,
what kind of heathen you think I am? That might smack though. I'm gonna try it now. I'm trying to mask the taste of the texture of the sea moss.
Yeah, that part.
That's why I don't like jelly. I don't do jelly. The texture.
I gave this nigga a banana. It had one brown spot on it. He ripped the whole. He ripped like the whole thing off. It was like, I can't eat that. He's like, I really don't like bananas. Took one bite out.
bananas have a lot of potassium. It's good for you.
I love bananas, but if there's any type of mark on there, it looks like this big to me, and I just can't. I can't do it. I can't do it. I feel like, you know that when Jenny Jones used to do those episodes where she'll have somebody on that's like has a fear.
Oh.
I feel like somebody trying to get me to eat a bruised fruit. I couldn't do it. I'll be
Just start
like-
breaking down crying.
Yeah, like, no.
That's his fear factor.
Oh no.
Yeah,
I'll just take the roaches, my G. I take the roaches.
Oh man.
Real quick, we gotta pay some bills, Earl.
Oh, pay the bills. Pay the
All
bills.
right.
That sounds so official.
Oh man, pay the
Official.
bills, motherfucker.
Pay the
But
bills.
Anyway, shout out to Productive Culture. This episode is brought
Hey.
to you by Productive Culture, creating opportunities, experiences, and content to support our community. So go ahead and lock in with the ones that stay productive. Productive Culture.
Oh, flawless.
Thank you.
Flawless.
Thank you.
Flawless. Every week it's getting better and better.
I'm trying to do it.
Flawless.
I'm trying for him. No. What's
So-
your favorite word?
Ooh.
Bitch. No, I was kidding.
Why you gotta
Say
say
that short. My favorite word. I've been
Favorite
told
word.
by other people that it's essentially. And once they told me that, I never wanted to say that again. I was like, oh, my word is gone. I really like the word dissonance.
Oh,
It means
I like that.
It means like chaotic sounding.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, there's another one like called cacophonous, and it's like a synonym for that, and it pretty much like means chaotic sound, so chaotic that it almost sounds soothing.
Wow. Okay. Yes. I brought the big word. Dissonance.
Shout out.
What book you get that from?
Dissonance.
It's AP. Well, no. What is it? What is it? SAT word.
Dissonance.
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 DISSON.
That word is crazy.
Dissonance.
Oh, you spelled that shit?
Motherfucker, I'm a
speech god.
All right. Don't let the fool you.
Okay. So what's your favorite word? You answered the question.
My favorite word, most recently I seen myself using was precipice.
Precipice.
Yeah, it's like the fine point between the end and the beginning. It's like a little apex layer before you're about to like transform or whatever.
It's an interpolaric.
Yeah, so it's like that's kind of where I feel like I've been at with my life. You know, I'm at a precipice. It's like, all right, if I'm going to at like move forward, I got some bad habits. I gotta go ahead and nip in the bud.
Okay.
And this is like, if I don't, like, I really feel if I don't start nipping my bad habits, I'm gonna end up fucking up my journey. You know, I'm at a precipice. I have to make a choice.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just where I'm at.
Let's go on the journey together, Tony.
No. Imagine.
I give you
Sorry
fist
for
bump
people
after
who are suicidal.
Precipice. And dissonance.
And dissonance.
Dissonance.
Talking about upbeat music, you've been kind of making that recently. Along with Introverted Funk, you have Someday Outside.
Yes.
And that Pretty Papes joint. That
yes, you read my mind though.
Oh yeah, I was bopping to that the other day. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
That's funky vibes. How did both of those sounds come together?
The pandemic. Honestly.
She stayed working.
I've always wanted to work with Papes. We've been trying to, like, since we met. And it just never happened. And then he was like, hey, I'm working on this album. It's like a part 2 to my first one. And I really think that you would vibe well on this track. And I was like, okay. And at first I actually did 3 other songs. And I did Paradise, too. The one that Devereaux actually did. I did that one, too. So we had a couple other songs that we were kind of focusing on.
Okay.
And then he was like, actually, let's just work on this one. So I came back at like 8 in the morning. Papes is the early bird. So I drove out to Creatively Chronic in the morning. And we smoked a backwood and had some coffee and fucking just went ham on, you know, trying to find he can sing too, so he helped me find like a couple of the melodies, and I was like, how should we stretch this out? Like I was like I literally see people roller skating like all crazy to this song, so like how can we make our words stretch out and like kind of and like I don't know,
create that sway.
Yeah, create that sway and like that movement to it. So we just kind of came together, and shout out to Los, he's the one who produced it, and I have some more stuff coming out with him too. It's gonna be more upbeat, and then we have some more oldie sounding stuff. But and then with Introverted Funk, I've known PB for a couple years because I performed at the Crenshaw Art Walk a couple years ago. Well, actually, like a lot of years ago, and then Red Heart Media was there, so I was able to actually get to know Ambiguous Culture. And then later on down the line, I met Vero, who's the singer and the co-engineer of the group, and we just hit it off. They made me food, we smoked, and we were talking about like how hard it's gonna be as an artist, like how are we about to do all this shit, you know? And then that's how the song came to be.
Okay, yeah, I'm a big fan of upbeat, up tempo. That's my bag. You know, like I love that type of music. So
that's awesome.
You know, you keep making that, I'm gonna keep listening on repeat.
Yes,
100%.
Did some stuff with Daniel James too. We did that My Favorite High Song, and that's like almost like new disco-y. You know, like it's got like a more of a up house beat. So.
And that's one of your most recent releases.
Yeah.
You know? A couple of weeks ago, no?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yes.
And what was the last thing you felt that you had to walk away from?
Oh, I felt that.
It's
What
hard
did I
for
read?
people like us to walk away from shit.
Yeah, no, for sure.
But
I think
sometimes.
as people, we just want to hope that things will change for the better, and sometimes no matter how hard you work at something or how many times you come back to it, it's just sometimes you just have to leave things alone. And I think I don't like to bring up relationships or anything like that, but my past relationship was literally like I went up for takeoff and things were cool and then just like crashed, you know, and like but it's okay, you know, like but I had to really walk away from that, because if I were to walk back or stay, it's almost like a disrespect to myself, you know, because I, through therapy or through like mental health work, you know, I've been able to set up boundaries for myself. And if I cross those boundaries, then I'm just disrespecting myself, and just having to know that I'm smarter than certain situations. But it's just like, damn, you really love someone and you want to stay with them, but it's like, it's not even worth it. It's not worth the drainage. It's not worth any of that. But also too, like with working at the trap, and I worked there for so long, you know, I worked under the table for so long, and I did so much for the company that I was working for, and at the end of the day, like, me walking away from that was just so, like, to them, you know? And to me, it was like, wow, I really spent all this time not collecting Social Security, you know, not doing things the corporate right way, and now I'm kind of fucked by it. But at the same time, I wouldn't have been able to go to Europe. I wouldn't have been able to invest in music videos. I wouldn't have been able to invest in my artistry like I did, you know? Like, there's just things you sacrifice sometimes. But things get better, you know.
Yeah.
We fail to make mistakes and hopefully never do them again. So
Yes.
I like to learn things the hard way.
No, that ties me in. I just want to read this part in this book real quick.
Oh man, I love it. I
What
love
book is it?
Hold on, let me
No,
shut
this is
that up.
this is Steve Martin's Born Standing Up. This is a good ass book, you know.
Okay, the comedian.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it talks about why he kind of just walked away from everything. Because I don't know, I was curious. Because like growing up, he was the man. You
Right.
know?
He was in everything.
Everything, right? But no, it's like we all have to make a decision, and it goes into like when you make a decision, you might lose out and shit. And it just reminds me. He said, "I decided to headline only, win or lose. This meant no more boarding house, no more troubadour. It meant that the size of the house I could play would drop significantly. I held firmly to this idea, and within the year, I was completely broke." And I don't know, because throughout the book, I know that's like a random passage or whatever, but throughout the book, he was taking all these. He just took any gig he could get. And I feel like a lot of artists start there. We take anything, and it was like if it's $5 here, $10 there. Well, back then it was like $5 there, $10
No,
here. Yeah,
I've been there where they're like, I got you on drink tickets. That's it.
yeah, that part. But it goes to like, yeah, he was at a comfortable place, but he had to make that decision and was like, nah, I'm not gonna take this cheap stuff no more. I'm gonna go ahead and elevate. And I don't know. What you said kind of echoed to that, and I ain't gonna lie, I was waiting to bring that in.
That's right.
Like if it didn't fit in, I wasn't gonna force it. But I've been like reading it, I've been rereading it because like motherfuckers been paying me now, and I've been demanding my money, which is a different experience. Cause yeah,
you have to.
You do, right?
Because then people are just gonna be like,
drink tickets. Or
it's like it's like I actually got that a couple days ago, where it's like, oh, I had to explain to someone like, this isn't a fucking hobby.
It's not, bro.
Like, I'm investing energy, time, everything into this. Like, the least you can do is shoot me gas to get there.
That part.
You know? And to me, it's like, if you can't even do that, then you're in the wrong business.
Yeah, and I don't know. I'm starting to have this new philosophy now. If you're charging at the door, you got to pay me.
Yeah. And then it's like,
Hold on. Stop. Rewind. Say that again.
If you're charging at the door, you gotta pay me. And these motherfuckers is charging 20, 25, 30, 40. I've been on top tier bills. Like, you know, like I've been with George Lopez and not getting nothing but a picture. That sounds wild. Like, and plus, yeah, I was younger in my career. Yeah. Maybe my jokes were kind of hacky, you know, young hacky shit. But I don't know, just where I'm at now, and I'm starting to see like the game or whatever, and I'm like, hold on, man. I'm not gonna keep rocking for 25 minutes, killing this crowd, and walk away with 3 drink tickets. That's just crazy. And I don't know. I bring this up to tell all these artists: ask for your goddamn money. If they're charging at the door, they need to pay you something.
Yeah,
and take your merch.
I've been told too, like, oh well, it's because we gotta pay the bartender and the DJ, and I'm like, okay, well,
that's none of my problem.
I'm literally here providing the talent. Like, why wouldn't you pay me? You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, get your money, get your bread, but be reasonable. Like, if you've literally, like, I have a resume. You know, like, I've opened up for some sick ass people. So like, if you need to see the proof, I can show the proof. You know? Like, we've opened up for Felipe Esparza, Murs, Blue, everybody. You know, Evidence, Rock Marciano, West Side Gun, all that. Yeah. So like, I have that behind me, and I'm sorry, but it's also not on some pay to play shit, you know? Like, I've been invited to come do the shows. So yeah, if you want me to headline a show or do a nice set somewhere far, then yeah, like, I have a rate. Yeah.
And please respect the rate. Stop.
Yeah.
For producers and bookers out there, stop trying to negotiate artists for the
logo.
That's fucked up. That's so fucked up. Y'all know how much an NPC costs.
This ain't the fucking swap meet, okay?
You ain't gonna haggle me.
Oh, hey, I like that. You brought the book on the pod. Like, man, you know, like, we had to talk about leveling up.
Well, you know, I do be reading books. It's not just a phrase.
Oh no, I already know. That's what I'm saying. I told you, bring you on the podcast. This nigga brought
I
the
do
book.
be reading books sometimes.
You know, I'll be out too.
Hell yeah.
I just act like this.
You know what you should do? What I try to do with books is every word I don't know, I try and write it down and look it up.
Yeah, and then I try to somehow use it in a joke. Yeah. If it makes sense, so if I can stretch it,
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'll try to. If I don't know a word, if I'm reading something, I don't know a word, and I don't know the meaning to it, I'll try to use it in a sentence and have somebody correct me. That's how I kind of rock with that. That's how I learned what egregious was, and I use that. That's my favorite word now, egregious, and no. No, it's like a great word. I've been using that a lot.
Oh man, as an artist, it's so awesome to be like, I'm sorry, I can't.
Yeah.
It's like,
but not even that.
No.
When you see somebody's reaction, when you say, "Now you don't even give them the fluff," you just say,
"Just get to it."
No, they go, "Oh, they die inside a little bit." That's great.
It's the best.
Before we get to our last part, we ask every artist that comes on the podcast or creative, what's one thing that you had to get done before the end of the year, and it does not have to be music related. It can be you need to clean your room thoroughly.
I had to pay my damn tags.
Oh, okay, good one.
Yeah.
And all I did was be an essential worker. So, like, what the fuck am I paying?
Us essential workers did not get treated fairly in this
Did you get your extra pay? You didn't get your extra pay either. No, who got the fucking $17, $19 hour raise or $20 raise that we were supposed to get?
I got $2.50 raise that lasted about 2 months. But when they did that raise, they cut hours. They thought they were slick. They thought they were slick. I'm going to give you the raise.
Bastards.
We're going to cut hours. Now, luckily, I worked my ass off, and you know what I'm saying? Podcast Poppy in this bitch. I keep my hours. But there's a lot of people who they got the raise, and then it was only for like 2-3 months, and then they took that shit away. And now everybody's back to base pay. Everything's in, but like, you still got us wearing a mask at work.
They just increased our hours. They didn't even give us our pay. They was like, you about to work more, nigga. You already signed up for this, okay?
Yeah.
Pay those tags.
Yeah, I have to do all that. And I think I just need to, like, get my merch going. Like, I genuinely feel like if I had a...
Oh, look at that.
Oh! What is that?
Do I know how to make merch? Am I that guy? Can I be that guy?
Let's talk.
What's your number order? What
Look at that right there.
What do you mean?
Look at that right there.
I'm just saying.
Looks fresh.
It's, you know,
it's bulletproof. It's bulletproof.
But you gotta make some merch?
Yes.
Okay.
Gotta make some fucking merch, man, because I genuinely feel like if I do that, that's just a staple of money that can remake itself.
Also have a beanie press.
Okay.
Oh, you got a beanie press.
Beanies and caps. I'm just saying.
Oh, snap.
You know, nigga, balls over here. You better hook me up with the beanies.
But yeah, I gotta get my merch in, and that's about it.
I look forward to that. You gotta have one shirt that has you doing this, and it says, "I put bitches to sleep." ZZAY.
Two Z's
I'm
don't
about to
sleep.
use that in a bar.
Two Z's don't sleep.
I'm
Thank
gonna
you.
use that in a bar for sure.
Hell yeah. Well, you see that right there?
Oh.
You see that? I have no control over what happens next. Okay, you just watch.
Oh, snap.
Oh shit.
This is the part where we do this. And just like that, we're back.
Ooh. We're back. And there's a freestyle segment.
Ooh.
And of course, we got Zay in the building.
Let's go ahead and talk your jazz.
Let's do this. I don't really know how to feel, but let's get it. This is a Mac Miller song, Jerry's Record Store. It's one of my favorite beats ever. Hey, yeah, bring me in like, yo, I'm about to take flight. You ain't know what's next. Got that feeling in your chest, feeling extra vexed. Try to make the cheddar cheese. You know, whenever you going off the leash. Even when I fuck up, I bring it back. Everybody knows that I got a stack. Got the stilo, got it every day. Reppin' up in East Los, all the way to the Bay. I'm chillin' with my boys, all black. Yeah, you know they got that noise. Shout out to my boy Noises. Out in Rich Minds with my boys is. With my boys. I'm just shining with my voice. I gotta keep it tip top on my Rick Rock. Everybody know that it don't stop. I've been trying to find a way, trying to find my meaning. You know the name Zay. Every day I put your ass to sleep. These bitches wanna know why I rock 'em on the leash. Double clap like it's lights on. Yeah, you know the facts. I've been chilling in my throne, sitting here, never smiling, but always ear to ear. I'm listening, I'm glistening. It ain't sweat, baby, so you listen. Ain't no sweats when I'm chilling in my vest. Gotta stop with the generic. Trying to sell out gymnasiums, chilling with Osaka and in.
Hey, talk that shit.
Talk that shit.
Yeah.
Oh, she coming back?
It's like I gotta finish strong, gotta finish long. Nickelodeon, yeah, you know we're going all that.
This is what she
all
do.
That, like it's Coolio, got the cool whip and with the illest flow. Shout out to Mac Miller, he was on the beat and now he writing now. And when my soul skied, my soul got the human flow. I don't really like to freestyle, but they said going on and he got the free wildin'. Like you bitches be feeding fish, but I'm out here feeding frogs in the terranium, trying to sell it up palladium. Got the lady with the Haiti bum. Sorry.
And go ahead and tell the people.
I don't really know what I'm saying,
It's
but
alright, that's freestyle. That's hip hop, man. Every time somebody comes on and just spits from the heart, that shit's
and you
amazing,
definitely brought
regardless.
the vibes to it. You definitely brought the vibes to it. Tell the people where they can find you at.
ZZAY92 on Instagram, Clubhouse, like everything except Twitter. Twitter is the yes. And I won't give up that name because I literally made that name in 10th grade.
Okay.
So I've had my Twitter for over like 12 years.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
So like there's no way I'm changing that. But yeah, and on YouTube I'm under Zay Music. Hit up my link tree. I got some merch in my bio right now. Got a bunch of songs coming out this summer and yeah, got a bunch of shows lined up. Oh man.
She stay on
July, June, August, everything.
So go ahead and follow her over at
ZZAY92.
Ooh.
Putting these bitches to sleep.
Two Z's.
Mm-hmm. Don't sleep.
Well, I'll do my little shameless plug. You know, shout out follow Earlpheus everywhere. EARLPHEUS everywhere. And then yeah, that's all I got. You know.
Oh, and I'll go ahead. Well, I got a shameless gift.
Yeah,
you
do
know,
it.
You know I got to, baby. So this is my product, Smoking Slugs, which is a new form of herbal cigarettes. This is for you. I'll give every one of our guests. It's got about 5 in them. So the ingredients that it includes is rose petals, red rose petals to be exact, lavender, a little bit of mullein, a little bit of mugwort, a little bit of skullcap, and a little bit of bergamot leaf. It's all combined together. It's got a nice little chill vibe, and it's to help most people combat nicotine.
I love it. Thank you, because I'm not even gonna lie. That's probably been the worst vice. Like, I could give up weed and alcohol cold turkey, but like cigarettes are hard, and it's because that's the first thing I picked up.
Yeah.
You know, so like, but thank you. I love me some mullein and I love me some mugwort.
So you already know what it do, baby. It's very healthy. Smoke to toke. That's Smoking Slugs for the folks.
Oh. And that iridescent. You feel me?
And you know, I'm gonna step up my packaging though.
I love it though. This is.
I'm telling you, Tony is
I
not
love shiny
playing.
shit.
The speech guard is not playing right now. He's not
love
playing.
it.
Level up.
I got about 5 hustles, nigga.
Speech guard. 17 streams of income coming to 2022.
I like that. Yeah.
You gonna start using that tag phrase?
17 streams of income coming to 2022. I like that.
Damn, that's kind of intimidating. Like, as the years get higher, like, you need 47 fucking streams of income. Like,
67 chambers.
Does it count if you just do a bunch of 47 odd jobs? It's just like I got paid one day because I mowed somebody's lawn.
but like, what are you doing at
It's not a
that
stream
point?
of
And
income.
47 of them? Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing? Like, clipping dog nails? Like there's only so much I can do
In a day. That part. But be sure to check me out, Tony Asar, ASAR on all of the medias. Check out the Bomb Tape as well as Merry Christmas Bitch, my comedy mixtapes. And check me out on Twitch, where I go ahead and fuck these kids up. You know what I mean?
Fuck them kids.
I fuck them kids and I fuck them up.
Apex
and their daddies too.
dodgeball. He don't play.
I really don't. I've been getting better. I've been like getting really good. I think I'm gonna go back to league play and see if I could go ahead and hit that diamond life. You know.
Hey, Twitch is where it's at.
Twitch is.
Mers be on Twitch, right?
Yeah,
He be hella like thriving on there.
T-Pain killing it. Fucking Productive Culture. They have their own Twitch, so be sure to check out Twitch for Productive Culture as well.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Well,
I think that's it, man.
that's about it.
I think this has
right?
been a great conversation.
This was
I'm
pretty
glad you came on the
Yes.
podcast.
Thanks for having me. I love to talk.
Yeah.
In case you guys can't tell.
And we love to talk and talk shit too. So
Yeah.
you
Yes.
can't tell.
This was fun.
This was fun.
Yeah,
I'm glad you came on the podcast.
Thanks for having me. It was a lot of fun.
But as
Shout out to
always,
y'all.
Shout out. As always, stay tuned, stay glued.
smoke a Dutch and read a book.
Subscribe to All Black because my revenge on my high school bullies really depends on it. Subscribe to All Black because I want to finally be able to afford 2-ply toilet paper. I'm tired of shaking people with these shitty hands. Subscribe to All Black because if you don't, you're a Trump supporter. Subscribe to All Black because I want to take this podcast to the next level and be able to, like, sacrifice somebody in Hollywood. Like, I want to get that big. Subscribe to All Black because I have a point to prove with a teacher who said I wouldn't amount to nothing. If you're out there right now, I'm fucking coming for you. Subscribe to All Black because I'm tired of feeling bad about early onsets of dad bod. Like, I'm sexy, right?